Disclaimer. No otakus were harmed in the making of this video.
Stop!
Oh god, can you please stop that, please? Oh my god. Okay, y'all, sit down. Get this straight. You're in the first goddamn episode of the Stoned Nakama series. This is Tics of Tics Thoughts and your new host,
Scream.
Scream.
Yeah, I'm a musician and otaku.
Actually, this is his show. But then he can't get shit right, so I'm starting first.
Because
once again.
I'm stoned. This is Stoned Nakama. What the fuck you expect?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in anyway.
This is take 207.
In spite of this shit show.
I stumbled a few times because I was like, fam, you're high. Don't let them know you're high. Be straight with them. Talk properly. Pronounce the whole word. Like white people.
Yeah, that
hey, white people.
That all fell through the fucking roof.
And I said, fuck it. We gonna cuss the hell out. It's the first episode. Probably never get monetized. So, hey, fuck it.
That is actually possibly true. Unless an obscene amount of people listen to this anyway. It doesn't really matter.
And you wouldn't do that to us, would you?
But let's sashay into this week's segment. Basically, this is just an intro episode, pish pash of what we're trying to do here.
Pretty much.
We're trying to create a community where we can talk about anime freely and not get stared at like a pack of dirty raccoons.
Pretty much.
Because I'm tired of that shit. I want to talk about anime in peace and not in the shadows with 4 other guys.
Pretty much.
So, we're going to introduce ourselves once again.
Mm-hmm.
This is Scream.
My name's Scream. I'm a musician. A few of you probably heard my songs. I love weed, I love anime, and I love good dialogue. Let's do this.
Alright, so let's start with what was the first one for you? The first one. Not the first one you watched, right? We all have the first one that we watched. But what was the first one that blew your fucking mind?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Why? Oh my god, why?
Because when you're growing up, you get... Mostly in Ghana, a lot of the cartoons we saw were just fun poppy shit. Like, you know, the
I had
Teletubbies and the Scooby-Doos and all that. Yu Yu Hakusho...
Everyone grew up on that, yeah?
I even thought Pokemon was generic. Literally, I thought Pokemon was a Hanna-Barbera thing.
Pokemon wasn't generic. Pokemon was for rich folk.
Exactly. So, when I saw Yu Yu Hakusho and it was like, oh, they're demons. Oh, they're actually talking about people dying and all that. It felt,
was it?
Yeah, because the protagonist died in the first...
card game?
No, Yu Yu Hakusho was the spirit detective. He died in the first episode.
Wait, wrong anime, sorry.
Yeah.
I have never watched Yu Yu Hakusho. It was not online.
I'm honestly not surprised. You look like the Darling and the Franxx kind of chick.
Okay, so can we move on? I'm asking the questions here, and I'm going to be dissing you, not the other way around.
Alright, sure.
Okay, so we're saying the spirit detective. What was the first ecchi anime you ever watched?
Testament to Sister New Devil. I beat my meat like Rocky.
I'm sorry about how this podcast has turned, but this is in no way a tic-tac show segment.
Okay.
This is a Stoned Nakama segment.
But on the real though, the first ecchi I watched was yeah, I think no. Wait. The first ecchi I saw, Triage X.
Triage X? What's that?
It's basically they're a group of like mercenaries, right? There's a kid who goes to school. There's one chick who's a nurse. Each one specifies one thing. One chick she's enhanced. She was genetically modified, so she's enhanced with brute strength, but not enough for it to seem ridiculous. Like she can punch a pillar down, but she can't punch there's a lot of titties. There's a lot of butt. There's a lot of guns. There's a lot of gore.
In that case, the first ever ecchi anime I've ever watched was Gantz. I went from Naruto to Gantz.
That was a horror anime.
I know.
How was that ecchi?
I was 13. There's tits in there, and they almost raped a chick.
It was nipples. 3 episodes.
Oh.
There was only nipples in like 3 episodes.
Okay, then either that or Tenjo Tenji.
Okay, I never heard of that one.
Tenjo Tenji is like this fighting anime where clothes get torn or ripped off a lot. And so, like, my brother's friend I started watching anime because of my brother's friend. He was a weirdo that liked computers and listened to Enya on repeat.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. But then he was watching cartoons on his laptop one day, and I was like, oh, okay, what the fuck is that? And then I saw the 20th episode of Naruto, and I was like, shite.
Oh, yeah.
Then I infected my whole class.
I feel like Naruto was a gateway anime drug for everybody who was into anime.
Yeah, like, normally when I talk to people, they're like, oh yeah, I watch anime. Oh, what anime you watch? Oh, Naruto.
Bruh.
Anything else? Oh, no, just that.
Anybody, if I ask you, you watch anime and you say yes, and I ask you, oh, tell me about some of the anime you watch, and you say Naruto.
Please don't mention Naruto first.
Oh, look, if you stumble across this podcast and you are not like a real anime head or otaku, here's a hint. When you talk to real otakus, don't raise that Naruto conversation first. Do not raise that conversation first.
Look, Naruto was relevant when it was relevant.
I mean,
it was relevant to say, oh yeah, I watched Naruto when Naruto was happening.
Naruto was great up until the moment they brought in Kazuya. I'm like, okay, fuck this shit. Y'all done hyped me up for about 10 years on Uchiha Madara. We all see Madara wrecking everybody. We're like, oh shit, this shit is beast. I mean, the fighting wasn't good, and it got to a point you realize they had to animate too many characters, so they put everybody in the whole
Why are you
uniform.
mad? Why are you mad?
No. I'm not mad.
You watch One Piece.
What? Okay, do not compare world building when it comes to One Piece. Every character in One Piece is memorable.
Yeah, I don't remember shit.
I can name 20 side characters.
The only person I remember is Ace because the internet almost had a conniption when he died.
When Ace died?
It was like in that because I was stuck in the community already in like 2004 or 2005.
Bruh.
So I was just like, when Ace died in like 2010, 2009, that roundabouts, I was like, there was nothing else. There was just pictures of Luffy crying. I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? I don't watch this shit. Why is this shit on my feed?
I stayed in bed cuddling a teddy bear with tears in my eyes.
Y'all are just soft niggas.
Like, Ace is dead. Like, Ace was Luffy's big... Okay, you know what? Let's not get into One Piece today.
Yeah, we're just doing a quick interview.
Okay, so you know what?
Okay, what's your top 5?
Top 5. Okay, you know what? Top 5 will be a little difficult, so let's do an honorable mentions.
I'm not honorable mentions. Let's do, top 5 off your head right now.
Top 5 off my head. In no particular order would be Cowboy Bebop, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, and, oh god, I hate this, Naruto. Simply because...
Wait, can you slow that down? Because I was just, ugh.
Okay, in no particular order, it's Cowboy Bebop, Naruto, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Hunter x Hunter, the original, and
I have
One
a
Piece.
feeling you didn't really think about this list when you remember. You were just like, I'm just gonna show them I'm OG. I'm OG.
I'm not saying these are the best. That's
off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, these are my favorite. I'm not saying they're the best. Obviously, apart from One Piece, everything else is probably not the best in its genre. But it's the one that appealed to me the most. It's the one that I said, oh, okay, I'm emotionally invested in this.
Alright, go on then. Go on. That's what, 4?
That's 5.
5.
Yeah.
That's 5.
Okay. Yeah, and with these 5, nobody who's listening to this won't say that they weren't entertaining in their genre that they were supposed to be in.
I mean, okay, Naruto, yes. One Piece, One Piece. Let me see your list, please. I can't remember what you said.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
I've never watched Neon Genesis Evangelion.
I
have never watched this.
I feel like I want to give you a synopsis, but I just want you to go into it blank.
No, it's not like I don't know what it is. Like,
it is probably the greatest mecha anime of all time. It has one of the most hurtful deaths
I don't
in all of
think mecha anime are great though, excluding Darling and Franks.
What? Gurren Lagann?
You see, I tried watching Gurren Lagann and fell off.
What?
And fell off so fucking fast. I was just like, this
What?
shit.
What's better than the spiral, anti-spiral? These cats were literally, you know what?
No, talk about it.
These cats were literally tossing universes at each other.
They were.
He reached out, grabbed the universe like a plate, and tossed it. I'm like, yes, this is cocaine. This is weed. This is meth. This is. FYI disclaimer: I do not do meth or cocaine. Please, that shit is disgusting. And anybody who does that, I'm sorry, but yeah, you need help.
So what you're telling me is that you're into like action type anime. Is that your genre?
I used to think so. That's the trippy part. I used to think so.
Because everyone goes through a phase of only watching like a certain type of shit.
Exactly.
Like I'm still in I've gone through like every year I go through a phase of flipping through different type of genres.
Mm-hmm.
Like for a month I'd be watching Supernatural. Like I was on a Hell Girl binge.
Okay, so right now, what's the genre you're binging right now?
Right now, because of the coronavirus, I want to see outside, so I'm doing a lot of slice of life. I'm doing a lot of comedy and slice of life.
Oh yeah, I mean, you did recommend Dororo to me.
That was amazing. You know what? Off the top of my head, I can't actually think of the comedies that I would like aside from the Daily Lives of High School Boys is fucking amazing. It's hilarious. I think I showed it to you once.
Yeah.
There was one episode where he wore his sister's skirt and his sister's
Yeah, I just got bored because it just reminded me more of Maids versus Butlers. It just felt almost the same.
Maids versus Butlers is pretty etchy.
Yeah, it felt almost the same though.
It's a slice of life.
Yeah, but so is Maids versus Butlers.
There's this girl with a drill for hair.
Doesn't change anything. That mostly the plots and the same. It has the same structure though.
No, because this is Daily Lives of High School Boys, and those are maids and butlers trying to fuck. It's two different things. So, like
every other anime male protagonist comes into girls.
These are two different scenarios.
Right.
Okay, that's just
Issei Hyodo, Sanji, what's his face from Naruto, Jiraiya. I can keep going.
Okay, now you're just mentioning every single perverted human being.
Literally.
Yeah, so what's the point in that?
Male protagonists in anime are about 80% perverted.
Yeah, because all you guys want is ass anyway. Do we need to turn this into a tick and tack toe?
No. Okay. Top 5 off your head. Your favorite 5. Okay. I'm not saying top 5. I'm saying favorite 5 off your head.
My favorite 5. Okay. You know what? On the top of my list.
Because I understand, like, with me personally, if we had time to sit and think about this, my list would be completely different.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm saying off the top of your head. Because I know a lot of people probably going to be mad at this list.
Yeah.
But, like, off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, top 5. Without even looking at
without even thinking.
Like, okay. Definitely, I would say the Hell Girl series. Basically, all the 4 episodes. That was actually dope because it's a slice of life that deals with, revenge and all that shit, voodoo. It was pretty jarring how, karma goes full circle because there was a lot of plot twists in places where I thought it wasn't going to happen.
There was no need for plot twists.
Bruh, there was need for that. That shit would have been boring as shit if there was no plot twist in it. That's why I was like, that's why it stood out to me because it wasn't really the normal type of drama slice of life thing that I would normally watch.
Yeah.
And then you have the Monogatari series.
Oh, respect to where respect is due.
The reason why I respect that series and I always recommend it is because it is basically the whole 10 series.
There's 10 of them?
There's 10 series or so, 8 or 10.
I shit you not, I saw one episode and I thought this shit was amazing. And then I think something happened in the Monogatari series that had Twitter on a meltdown.
Yeah.
And everybody was talking about it. I'm like, what's happening? They're like, oh, I can't believe this. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was.
Is it when he was brushing his sister's teeth?
Bruh, everybody lost their mind. It was like, they're ruining a great show.
No.
Nobody came online and said it was a terrible show and they just jumped the shark. Everybody said they're ruining a great show. And I'm like, wow. Because you look at everybody's lists, all the properly like research lists, everybody has the Monogatari series in there somewhere. Yeah, and even not as a whole, but one series at least in there.
The reason why I love it is because it's basically the question of, I have this instance of this teenager turning into a vampire and goes through this, and this. How many times can I tell this story and insert so much information in it? And it just fucks with your mind. The lore is amazing. The style is beautiful. The girls are beautiful. Obviously. The waifus are beautiful.
Oh, we'll have waifu wars. Don't worry about it.
Bruh, it's an amazing anime. And number 3.
FYI, Sakura-chan does not even come to be considered a waifu.
Why are you bringing her into this? You're just interrupting me unnecessarily now.
I hate Sakura. Oh, we'll get into that later.
Like if you hate Sakura. Okay. So the third one would be obviously Bleach. Bleach was
wah, 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 wah.
Bleach. I first started watching Naruto, then I moved on to Bleach because Ichigo Kurosaki. That is a fucking
Bleach was amazing.
Do you see? Ichigo Kurosaki was the epitome of badassery.
No, Ichigo was as bland as they came.
This nigga made me.
The reason Bleach was dope was because of the captains and the espadas, and even those were underused.
This nigga made me swear over boys until I was 21. That's when they started fucking up, actually, around that era. So I was like, well, I have to be celibate now.
Right. Bleach was...
It was amazing.
I remember seeing the first season of Bleach with the whole Soul Society arc, and I'm like...
Who's your favorite character?
Bleach?
Top 3 favorite character. Can't say which one. Top 3. I want to talk about this.
Kenpachi? You've got to love Kenpachi.
Yo, he's on almost every list.
Hitsugaya? Toshiro. As much as people don't like Toshiro is probably the best written brat in anime.
He did fuck up in that Bleach movie, and then we still kind of liked him.
Exactly.
He did redeem himself.
Toshiro is the greatest written brat in anime.
And then he grew up?
He grew up and became mature. I'm like, okay. He's taking rational decisions, and then he became a brat again. I'm like, yes!
Oh my God.
Yes, he's back.
Last one.
Last one. Oh, I keep forgetting his name. The science captain, the dude with the white and black face.
What's his face?
I keep forgetting.
People screaming at us right now. Number 12, right?
Yeah. Whose Bankai is a giant baby? Kurotsuchi.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. If we got it wrong, please call us idiots and write the name in the comments.
It's really hard, like, naming names that you have no idea what they mean in another language.
Because to be fair, we all gave up on Bleach the moment it started getting trash and we forgot about it. And the fact that it's coming back next year...
Oh my God, you pissed me off so much.
Bleach is trash.
Can you stop? Okay, my top 3, right? I would just fucking ignore you. I just think it's just me in this room, right?
Okay.
Social distancing.
Okay.
So, top 3 is Unohana Retsu because that bitch scary.
Respect.
Plain scary. And what is better than being a healer? Like,
True.
What's better than being a healer? And the second is what's his face? Grimjaw Shaka.
Of course.
Bruh.
I think I already know who your third one is going to. On the scale, let's do it 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. AKira. Obviously, I don't think anybody out there listening to this at this moment would tell you they didn't know what you. The moment she said Grimjaw, we're like, oh fuck, she's about to say Hitsugaya.
My baby Ilki.
Sorry, she's about to say Ilkiora.
My baby Ilki.
For somebody with no expressions at all, he was a brilliantly written character.
They killed my baby Ilki.
He's the one who's... He's the one who single-handedly saved the Hueco Mundo arc.
He was... I thought that they were gonna do... I wanted them to do something
as great as Grimjow was in that one.
Like, Yami didn't deserve that shit.
First off...
Ilki deserved that shit.
I feel like Yami's being the Zero would have been like... I felt like Yami being Zero was like... Like...
It was just a cheap toss.
It was like... Why? He was just strong already. You didn't need to do anything because Kenpachi was literally strong. So they revealed his Bankai like 8, 9, 10 years later.
Look, like I have stopped in time. I have not gone past when they imprisoned Aizen because I'm holding on.
Don't do that
to
to
my
yourself.
Cherished memories.
Don't do that to yourself.
I'm doing it. It's been 10 years, nigga. Fight me. Fight me. Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Is that it? No. Okay. Last one.
Last one.
Oh, last one. Okay. It has to be High School of the Dead.
Physics defying titties.
They just went.
First off, them titties was in the Matrix. This bitch bent backwards and them titties said la 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 bum 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 and just sidestepped the bullets. I'm like,
but the action was great though.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was dope.
And it was like, I think High School of the Dead is exactly how you should write an ecchi. Because I was horny the entire time.
OVAs?
I haven't seen those. I've been waiting.
Oh, you're missing out.
I've been meaning to see them, but because I've been working so much, I've never had time.
You've never had time to just watch 13 minutes of Tics?
Bruh, studio time, man. It's like, I'm busy. But like, yo, it's like, I looked at that and it was like, apart from the episode where they got to the house, the apartment, when they got to rest up and take showers, there was literally no nudity throughout, and I was horny
apart from
throughout.
The opening, if you do stay for the opening song,
bruh, after that
is an opening song.
There was barely any nudity to the end, but the sexual tension was written so beautifully. I was horny all the way through it. I'm like, yes, I'm finna Rocky Balboa this meet later.
And by the way, this is not an ecchi list. This is our favorite list.
Okay, so let's get back to the main thing we're doing today. So since we're in the
coronavirus.
Shit's getting real. Boom boom. Yes, get it real. Okay, so since we're in
is that copyright?
Cardi, don't sue us. We're broke. So, anyways, since we're in a pandemic period, we figured, what better to binge to than the Apocalypse Anime? So we're about to give our top 5.
And then we gonna talk about Tiger King.
No, we're not. Tiger King is not anime related. Oh god, he would be a brilliant anime character.
We have to talk about Tiger King is a fucking anime. I was telling you while we was watching this. This shit where people, this is Shinjeki no Som, like, look, that is everything there is anime. Okay. The girl with
keep your nipples back in your shirt. Relax. I know you have a big heart on for Tiger King. Relax.
He should be free.
Free Tiger King. Okay, so we're gonna give our top 10 or top 5?
Top 5.
Top 5.
5 from you, 5 from me.
Okay. Apocalypse. Post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic anime. Okay. So, do we start with honorable mentions?
Just start. I think no one cares right now.
First off, I don't want some people's feelings getting hurt.
Someone will get hurt.
Okay.
It's all gonna end in tears. That's why I put a disclaimer out in the front.
Okay. So, number 5, Fist of the North Star. Kenshiro.
Omaewa mo shinde.
Bruh, if you like apocalyptic shit and you like violence and exploding body parts, please watch Fist of the North Star. Kenshiro. Omaewa shinde. Simply translating, what do you mean? You're already dead.
Oh god.
Or at least I think my translation is right.
I've never watched that, but the clips are just hilarious.
So who you got for number 5?
I got Aquarion Evol.
Okay, talk to me about it.
Basically, it's a mecha anime. Disclaimer: I know I did say mecha anime is trash.
See, you can't take nothing she said.
But this has pretty colors, and they save the world, and the girls are cute. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so at number 4, I have Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
You can't really be mad at that. Look, all you Eren fans.
Okay,
and
first of all, before even talk about Eren fans, right? The moment that shit dropped, I tore my shirt off. It wasn't even funny when that shit dropped. Attack on Titan.
Bruh, it had the hypest intro music I'd heard in anime in like 5 years up until that point. Because I think my favorite prior to that was One Piece's Romance Dawn. But when they drop Attack on Titan and you heard that orchestra in the background, just like, I'm like, oh.
Okay, you do it better than me.
Alright, so who you got at number 4?
I got Mirai Nikki on number 4. It's called, I actually have Attack on Titan higher on my list, so I'm not even going to mention it anymore. I will substitute it for something else.
When it gets to, it's your list, so when it gets to Attack on Titan,
you
can argue
I'll
why
do what I fucking want, nigga.
You goddamn right, this your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mirai Nikki, the English translation is called Future Diary.
Okay.
I actually suggested it to you at one point in time. Basically, it's just like the world is coming to an end, and the god of the anime is like, okay, I'm gonna pick you guys and give your phones the ability to predict something, a particular characteristic of the future. So all y'all are gonna take this and go kill yourself, and then the last one standing becomes God.
That sounds trippy as hell.
It's dope because you have different dimensions with people holding like diaries that can predict people's futures, or
Yeah, I see what you mean. That sounds legit.
So you get to see how people use that advantage. Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
It's great.
I need to watch that. Okay, so for number 3, I have, where my old heads at? I have Trigun. That's right, Vash the Stampede.
Apparently, I'm not old.
Wow, you gonna make age jokes right now?
I'm just saying, my nigga.
I'm still in my 20s.
Hey, like Trigun is pretty old. Even the art is old, man.
Actually, early 20s.
So
wow. Anyway, so Trigun is brilliant. It's a great story. Vash the Stampede is a great character. A lot of memorable side characters. Basically, they're human. They're kind of like space travelers who are on space vessels. Like refugees from their planet. And Vash is a enhanced human. We don't find out how he got enhanced till probably later. You do see that he's different and all that, and then he comes in, and then it's a great story. He encounters two insurance agents, because everywhere he goes, chaos and everything. It's a great story. It's great emotion, and it's set in the desert, post-apocalyptic.
Sounds a bit dry.
No, it doesn't. Vash is a great character. You just hating. That's all you're doing right now.
Like, I know that I've seen that shit, but yeah. I have a taste.
You're a hater.
Yes, I
Bad, yeah.
Oh, God. So, yeah, my third one is actually Appleseed Ex Machina. Yeah, it's actually it's not anime.
It's 3D.
It's 3D, yeah.
I get, a lot of people give it a lot of flack, but it's not bad.
It's dope. Because Appleseed Ex Machina is about a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
Where humans live alongside androids, and a human chick has a boner for a completely robotic man.
Yeah,
it's an age-old love story.
You have no right to judge who she loves.
This is what Will Smith did his AI. AI? IA?
No, I know the movie you're talking about.
Yeah, that one.
Where
Will Smith.
Yeah, with the robot, iRobot.
He legit fucked that chick after. It's in the cutscenes. You didn't see it.
What the fuck just happened? Okay, so at number 2, I put Neon Genesis Evangelion. You can't even be mad at that. It was a toss-up for number 2 between Neon Genesis and Gurren Lagann. And yes, Gurren Lagann is on such a scale that it's insane. But you have to toss it to Neon Genesis Evangelion just simply because the story, the emotional investments, the twists, the loss, and it's like a satisfying end. So yeah, I fucked with it.
Okay, I think this list is not varied because I think we need to add a lot of post-apocalyptic, but can you think of anime where they're in an apocalypse? Like they're like in a war zone or some shit like that happening?
Darling in the Franxx.
That was Darling in the fucking Franxx.
Desert Punk.
I have not watched that. Is that good?
Yeah, it's great. Cowboy Bebop wouldn't count. Cowboy Bebop wouldn't count. I saw a lot of that, and ironically, most of them are mechas. That's the fucked up part. Most of them are mechas too. Mecha animes mostly deal with that kind of.
Yeah, because you have Data Life.
Yeah.
Data Life was also ecchi as well. That was actually.
Bruh, why do you think I said?
I suggested that to you.
Bruh.
And you were like, no, it's for chicks. It's too cute.
Yes, there was a lot of bobbing the hoagie.
Oh God.
Does that make sense? Anyways, let's get to number 1. Oh wait, you haven't given your number 2 yet.
Darling in the Franxx is actually my number 2.
Oh, okay, we covered that.
Aside from that, I also have Attack on Titan and High School of the Dead. I mean, apocalyptic anime is just this, like, you know.
Yeah, the zombie apocalypse and everything. It counts.
Yeah.
So High School of the Dead would technically be even a solid center.
Yeah.
It satisfies all categories. Okay, and number 1 is not even an anime show. It's more like an anime movie, Akira.
Akira.
Oh.
I've never watched it.
Oh, okay.
All the fanboys are screaming.
Okay, let me tell you one thing that'll make you go watch it. 2 friends, one gains telepathic abilities.
I know, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna watch it.
A tumor growing, a human being turning into a tumor, a giant tumor.
I saw it. I'm not gonna watch it. That's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. I'm not gonna see someone transform into a fucking tumor and explode.
Okay.
That shit is crazy.
I think we can leave off of that here now. So, thank you for joining us for our first episode. We had a lot of fun making this, if you can tell. If you can't tell, get out. We've been laughing this entire time. We had a lot of fun. So, don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends, and tell us. We probably didn't name all the apocalyptic anime, so tell us your favorite post-apocalyptic anime below.
Suggest us something I might probably watch because I won't watch.
And if you hate my voice, we got beef. Anime beef. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for listening, man.
Cue the closing tune.
I am the fighter of anime themes. Okay, that's not good, man. Let's cut it off.